Hi guys, today I'm gonna speak about Tamron 28-75 Di3 version 3, which is Sony lens, made for Sony, one of the most popular lens during days. And I was using up to 6-7 mount, and lately I had some issues. I hope it's only my copy, and I hope something can solve, but I just wanted to share, and if anyone has the same optical defect. And the issue is, I discovered when I take in some menu photography or food photography for a Turkish restaurant menu, and accidentally after a certain time some optical defect came in front of the lens, which is you can see is below somewhere, and I will put a lot of video and some photos to explain what it is and how it's happening. And I try to explain with additional videos in the end. And so this is only bad things about this lens, which is just happened to me, and it was really annoying, and almost it's created me extremely hard work to clear the dark spot. So the issue is, when you take the image and something like bird eye view, but just almost bird eye view, let me say 15 or 20 degree, when you look this angle, when you go to 75 maximum zoom, and it's okay in 2.8, but when you change aperture, like if you grow after 5.6 and become 8, then it creates some black, let me say this way, it creates some black defect in the middle of your image. So imagine you are taking the food photography, and you select this lens because it has kind of macro appearance when you use 75, and then when you go to manual focus and you set everything great, and at first 2-3 image it wasn't happen anything. But when it's hold like this long time, like I'm talking about 15 minutes, which is not long, we just put in the tripod, and when you take a picture this angle in the middle of the frame, you got not talking about the corner, in the middle of the frame you got huge black defect, which is create horrible appearance, and your customer is says, what is this, why you have this on there on the images. Then you need to go 50mm for each of those to clean this black line in the middle of your frame. When you go aperture like 22, you have very sharp black frame, and when you go 2.8, you don't feel it, you don't see it because of the deep of field. So it is, let me say this way, that was my favorite lens until then, until I had this happening to me, because I usually, when you're using this angle, it's nothing happen, and you can take lots of pictures. In the end of this video, I will add some brilliant images I take with lens, and which is great lens, I still love it, but I don't know what to say about this defect, because it's create lots of additional work to me. And please test if you have one of those, please test it and put comments below, because if this is happening to everyone, then we can claim to change, or if Tamron can listen this video, maybe they can contact me to find a way to solve this issue. Because when you look inside, it's perfect, and for either way nothing happened. Brilliant lens, you don't see any optical defect, autofocus is working. When I was doing my old videos with this lens until to explain what's happening to me, and now on I don't know what I'm gonna do when I had some product photography job, especially if you have to take like very similar like bird eye view. And so please wait until see the images what I had an issue, and you can I have some videos as well at the end, in the end. And I don't know, please write a comment below, and if Tamron listen this, and please give me some explanation. And it's still working, it still doesn't have an issue, but when I use this angle, and it's create huge black spot or black line, I mean not spot, black line in the middle of the frame, which is I need to orientate my images in the frame. So that's annoying, that's unacceptable, and I hope it's only my copy had some issue and Tamron or the other guys doesn't have this. But please watch this, if you watch this video, if you watch until now, please check your Tamron lens if you have any, and just try test it. And I will add some pictures how it's happening. I will explain how it's happening, when it's happening, then you'll see the clear video in the end. So this is disappointing time for me to have this defect, and totally unacceptable. And unfortunately, Tamron, if this is your fault, please take my lens, send me the new one, or if it's everybody has this, please solve this issue. And I don't know what you're gonna do, and I hope we can find a way to solve it. And because I'm not happy to have this lens with this way, and if it's only me easier, at least you guys will have no issue. But if it's everybody has the same kind of issue, and so they should recall those stuff. Well, long story short, I'm taking this video with FD old Canon lens, 35mm f2. So I was using the Tamron lens to take my videos. I was using Tamron takes for travel pictures and portrait pictures. So it was the only lens I was using until I bought it. But unfortunately, so it's have huge down point. I hope I didn't drop it, by the way, and I'm carrying very carefully, and I hope it's only my one. I have some defect. We'll see, maybe, or I don't know what it is, but we need to find a way to solve it. Guys, please just watch the details in the end. Thank you for watching this, and all the best. I will explain more photography stuff later. So this is just growing my channel. I was warm up to lights and everything, but when I had this, I had to jump photography and the lens first to explain. I'm doing photography 20 years. All the best, and please write something down and check your stuff. Feed me up, and we need to understand what is happening. See you guys, all the best. Hello guys, I have a problem with Tamron 27 and 75. When I turn 75, there is no parasol, there is no filter, but it creates strange shadow. And when I turn the lights, which is I'm gonna turn, shadow is not change. Turn here, shadow is not change at all. So I don't know what's wrong with this lens. And when I looked up, there's not such a thing. I think there's a design issue when you put upside down or certain angle, which is this angle. it is creating such shadow which is this much expensive lens unacceptable. Sorry, Tamron. I've created the same use case again. So the thing is, when I go 28, you don't recognize. When you go above 8 or 55, it's getting bigger and bigger. So this is manual focusing, and so the thing is, when you look for sight, you can see the angle, and when the manual focusing on, you just left certain time and zoom in 28mm, nothing happened, and 75, this happened. In beginning you don't see it. For example, if I hold up, you don't see it. When you go down, it's come by slowly. Okay, so when you go down, you see it's come there. That's the case. So manual focusing, certain angle, and you keep it this angle certain time, go 75 or 28, 75, 28, just like working case. You take in menu on the bird eye view, you keep it like this. So I need to tighten a little bit this one. Sorry. Oops. Anyway, so this is the case. How it's happening, what's happening. I hope it's given an idea and you can check the same thing. Okay, so when you go 22.22, it's getting bigger, and when you go 2.8, you don't see it. And you go again f22, it's huge black spot on the frame. Alright, it is what it is, and I hope it's getting clear. So this is the angle, and this is the black frame. But to understand what's happening, go to manual focusing. Actually, it does also in automatic, but my case, I was using manual focusing when I done this study, and it's create this effect. Alright, hope it's helped to understand.